Hello, future investors. Well, this is a bit of a different location today, isn't it? I am currently waiting for my partner to get ready, and like always, she always takes a very long time. Now, we were going out today to see some family friends, and I actually have got some of my precious metals on me because that specific family friend had we'd spoken about my precious metals before because obviously it's in the family, someone I trust, and they wanted to have a little look at my silver stack. So I've got actually my tub here, and I've just got it out of the boot because I realised my partner was going to take a lot longer than I was hoping. So I figured, do you know what? It doesn't always need to be on the filming setup, does it? So I figured let's just get it out and have a bit of a chat, a bit of a discussion about some of the topics going on regarding precious metals at the moment. And there's a couple of topics I want to chat about. One of them is starting off talking about central banking digital currencies, CBDCs. It's definitely a hot topic at the moment. I was watching 365 Days of Silver YouTube video earlier. I was just catching up on some of his videos, and he did a video on CBDCs and what he thought about them. And it just got me thinking, and I've done a few videos on CBDCs, but I've never really spoke about, are we going to have to use them? Are CBDCs going to be kind of made like a mandatory thing, or are they going to try and enforce it by, making some sort of negative to holding your money in a bank account so that you do end up transitioning it all into a CBDC digital wallet? I could definitely see that being the case, because why would they go through all of this effort with CBDCs to not really try and make you transfer your cash into a digital wallet for it to be a central banking digital currency? I don't know. I think it is something that will happen. I think, with the way the times are going, it's definitely a thing that I don't think we can avoid. None of us like keeping money in the bank account, do we? All of us precious metals stackers know that cash in the bank account is not really a positive, because it means your fiat money isn't working for you. That's why it's good to invest it into property, because you can then turn that maybe £20,000, £30,000 into an asset that will start paying you back, whereas money in the bank account is essentially just dead money, isn't it? So, yeah, regarding CBDCs, I think it's something we really do need to keep an eye on. I'm going to have a look on the Bank of London's website later and have a real good look at the sort of information that they've got and any updated sort of things on CBDCs, because it's a topic that I would like to cover more on, because I feel like there's a lot to it that could really affect silver and gold prices. Like we know, when there's when there's volatilization, it's not even a word, when there's fluctuation in the financial markets and the fiat price value of GDP gets affected, it does have an effect on gold and silver. And of course, we want the effect to increase gold and silver prices. Now, some of you may not want it to increase because you're doing maybe a lot of buying or buying plans at the moment, but with precious metals, most of you should know that it's a long-term stacking plan. So you buy now, and in 20 years, it's worth a lot more than what you paid for it. But not really even that. It's just a good hedge against inflation, isn't it? But I've got a bit of my pot here with just some of my precious metals and silver. Sorry if I'm squeaking. It's the lever with my jeans. It's not what you think it is. But yeah, I was taking some of my precious metals to my family to show them, to kind of, maybe I think they were kind of contemplating getting into investing, which obviously is a smart move. They're a bit older than me, but they're not too old that it's too late for them. Even if they did start, they can hand it down to their kids, can't they? I don't have any children, so my stacking plan is probably quite different to most people. A lot of you, I imagine, are stacking for your children's futures, or maybe you're stacking for a benefit of taking that dead fiat cash that's just sitting in the bank, holding it in an asset, and then taking it out and liquidating it so you can put it into another investment. I know 365 Days of Silver has mentioned a few times that his stacking plans is for 20 to 30 years, and he wants to put quite a substantial amount of money into silver and gold, and his plan is to sell it all and liquidate it eventually and have a very large amount to stick into property. I know he's got a few properties and stuff like that, so he's done very well already. But that's his stacking plan. My stacking plan started off as an investor to hedge against inflation and protect my wealth. And I was thinking the reason behind my investments were, as at the time when I started investing, I was about 24 years old, so about 3 years ago, 2-3 years ago, and I wanted to invest so I could hopefully have a lot of money in assets that were very low risk with quite a good upside potential, and I could sell them when I hopefully want to retire. Now, the retirement age in the United Kingdom, I believe, is about 67, which is actually very high compared to a lot of other countries. But my investment goals and my stacking goals and my own ambitions and desires really I don't see myself retiring at that age. That's far too late for me personally, and I'm hoping that being 26 now, 26 years of age, that I'm early into the precious metals and investing game early enough that I can really benefit my future by, I've got to be careful here, nearly doing a face reveal. You can see my jumper there. But yeah, my investment goal is for retirement in terms of precious metals. I think if I was doing property, which is my plan anyway in the next couple of years, that will be to generate much more income for a monthly basis for me, whereas that is not what I'm here to do with precious metals. There is a side of that which I get revenue from YouTube as a content creator, but it's very, very minimal. I mean, I've not even had my first check yet from YouTube, and it's been about a month and a half. So the revenue is very, very small, but it's potentially growing. So that's one revenue. But really, I'm investing in silver and gold to hedge against inflation, to store quite a bit of money as I go through the investment years of buying more in gold and silver. And then my plan is when I'm maybe, let's say, 50 years old at the latest, I would like to take all of that gold and silver and sell the entire lot and live off of the sort of investment that I put into gold and silver, and have just a really good sort of last 30-40 years of my life, however long I'm fortunate enough to go on to, because I don't plan particularly on having any children. Who knows what the future could hold, but I really don't plan on that. So my stacking goals are very, very different from most people, because I know a lot of people, like my brother-in-law, he's invested into precious metals for his daughter. And it's a wonderful thing. If I had a child, my stacking goals would completely change, wouldn't they? I would invest so I could hand it down to my daughter or my son. But I don't currently have that, and I'm not really planning on having kids. Mainly because I'm quite ambitious and I've got a lot of lofty goals, and it's just not what I'm desiring, really. But, each to their own. A lot of people are having less and less children these days, but fair play to those who do. But yeah, that's just a sort of a chitty chat today, as I'm still waiting for my partner to get ready. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to that. But yeah, I'm sitting in the car. It's not really the best weather at the moment. It's not that sunny, but again, it is only about 11 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, hopefully it brightens up a bit. I got the car out yesterday and gave it a bit of a wash and polish, because now sort of summer is really, really around the corner. So I wanted to enjoy going out in the motor. So we're meeting up with some friends today. The friend I'm meeting up with today, after I've seen my family, they know I stack precious metals, and on that topic, should you tell your friends that you invest in silver and gold? Well, probably not. No, and I've probably told far too many people about my investments in gold and silver, and I feel like it was a silly thing to do. There was a lot of times when I thought I shouldn't have started talking about that, because you never know who you're really talking to, within reason, and you don't know who they're going to tell. And and when you've got it's different with a content creator as well, because if you tell them that you've got the YouTube channel, which I think would be a big mistake, they can then just look up on your YouTube channel and see what sort of stack you've got. Whether you've shown your whole stack or you've shown part of it, it's still a lot of money, isn't it? Especially some of the bigger YouTubers, they have very, very large, substantial amounts of stacks. But yeah, that's just an overall chit-chat today. It's the Easter weekend, and I'm enjoying having a nice long break from work, and I thought I'd come out here and film a bit of content while I was waiting for her to get ready. give you guys a different backdrop for once. And I wanted to see what you thought if you enjoyed a different backdrop. So this video is going to be a lot less edited today. I filmed it straight off my phone. It's a very off-the-cuff video. I want you guys to let me know if you've enjoyed this more relaxed style. It's less edited. There's not going to be a commenter of the day at the beginning. There's not going to be an intro. I'm just going to upload it. So, yeah. Let me know what you think. And thanks for watching. And until next time, I'll see you in the very next episode. Bye-bye, guys.